Okay, guys, I'm doing a really quick reading on the Danielle, Imbo, Richard Patrone cold case. And in asking, boy, has it taken me a lot to get clarity, but I'm getting a very clear reading now. In asking for clarity on who is responsible for their disappearance and probable deaths, I am finally getting that I'm being shown relationship issues going on with a father-husband figure, and this can also be an older male or authorities. Either way you cut it, I feel that the one responsible is Danielle's ex. This is alleged for entertainment purposes only, but I'm getting that it was Joe, her ex, is behind it. The father of her child, and she was known to be having very serious issues with him in him trying to get back with her. And I am getting very clearly the relationship issues and choices and him. And death. And this is done out of revenge. This is done out of anger and having to win, having to prove a point just to get one's way. Someone that goes over the top. But the cards all link tightly and answer the question. So I think he's behind it. And he may have even had an older male participate or help him. That's possible. But I'm getting more the message of that this person was someone that had been married to Danielle. And they were having relationship issues. And there's an end, and it's done out of revenge. All right, I'm going to pull a few more cards to see what else comes up. This is searching and also being on one's own. A King of Cups. That falls also under when we look, I read not only vertically, but also read, this is horizontally, this is vertically. So I read both ways, just to put it that way. And I recommend you do too. It broadens your ability to read. And I read in pairs, so just so you can understand how I'm reading. Look at this. This is getting away with something. This is either someone that helped him to get away with that, because it feels like this King of Cups is being sneaky around the endings, or the death card, and around someone, a man that had been married. Sorry, my cards are going everywhere. All right. This is something where getting people, there's a delay as well. It could be that Richard was collateral, but I think that they were both targeted, being watched. That is the one thing I also kept getting, them being watched. So I can see why the FBI thinks that what they do. I would have thought, honestly, that they probably just went into the water. And that's not to say that they still couldn't be in water, but it looks like to me this was at the hands of another is behind this, and it's malicious intention. You can see it in the cards very clearly. And there's a man that gets away with something for a very long time. I think this is also potentially the person that may have done something, because Joe had a very good alibi. He was with Danielle's son at a family function. So I think someone else is being sneaky on the behalf of another, because I'm asking, like I said, who's responsible for doing this to you? What happened? And I'm getting very clearly the death connects to Danielle's ex. Long story short. And there's another male involved that was playing the sneaky part connected to the deaths, and the ex. And to me, could be also like victim. They were, Danielle and Richard being victims of revenge. Clearly, I do believe they are outside. The couple, they are together. I feel like this is searching for them, but I feel like they're outside, wherever they are. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, we get illumination. This could be locating their remains at some point. This could be even a man that will be searching, that finds them. A man that does water. Now, I know Adventures with Purpose here recently have been looking around, but I don't think it's going to be them. It might be someone else. When I get these two cards together, I definitely get a male searching. And this shows mischief. This shows, to me, there's somebody trying to get away with something. Now, this could still be representing a male that did so and took him out to a remote area. I still feel, though, when I read vertically, I feel like we could have them found in a water or near water or something here. It just feels like there's a searcher, and there's maybe an accent on water because it's a King of Cups and there is illumination. So I feel like something is going to be found. Who knows? Maybe the person that helped the ex get away with this will be identified or comes forward. There is illumination, and I get that there is, I think, illumination to what happened to them, and that they're outside somewhere, and they can be located, and this is searching for them. So somehow that information could come forward, and maybe the identification of someone that has helped. This looks like trying to be sneaky, making all the options about what could have happened to them be, you know, just considerable, endless. But I feel once again that there's illumination, I believe, on their unfortunate outcome. And I feel like it's outside, like I said. This is someone definitely that had come up with the idea to do this, coming up with a variety of fantasies, ideas, and how to do so. So some thought was put into this. And it also feels like sickly, this was someone's angry fantasy. And it's going to come out. Yeah, that was a secret, a setup, a cover-up. And they could be in water again because the moon is connected to the element of water. So when I read vertically, we're shown somebody victimizing someone, or a victimization energy here, and revenge, and covering it up. And that there's also the energy of a delay, which there certainly has been a delay to find them. The interesting thing is in this last line, we get illumination of what was in the dark. So it's coming. And I don't think it's terribly far yet into the future, but it's on the horizon at this time of the January 11, 2024. So looking forward, looking on, maybe in a few years, maybe within 5. I'm not sure. I am not great with timing, so I'm reluctant to try and give that. But the feeling is, you know, it's not terribly far off. It doesn't feel like it is anyway to me. But I do feel that what will be illuminated is what has happened with them, likely who may have been the trigger man, so to speak, or a meaty, kind of the middleman, and the key person. So it really portrays a dark fantasy that was covered up and carried out. And people were victimized. And this was just cruel. You know, you can see the 2 people here even in the background. There's one person, and I'm being shown that this person, again, husband, father, issues, you know, surrounding relationships. That's all Danielle's ex. He was doing some crazy stuff, harassing Richard at work, and her as well. And Danielle's brother had even had a chat with him, apparently, about his behavior being over the top. I think he got sneaky and got somebody else to do the work, do the dirty work, while he was off with their son. And it will come out. I think at least what happened, someone, if they don't find them, and I do think that they will, I do think that there's a good possibility anyway, because there's some illumination. I feel like it has to do with outside, and there's 2 people on the card, there's 2 people here. I just feel like it's connecting. I feel like they're outside, probably connected to water. but I do feel that this will be exposed in some way. Possibly there is an admission or a revelation to deal with who did the dirty work. And I'll leave it there. And I'll just pull a couple extra cards. This is like roller coaster, juggling, and planning. I think there was like plan A, plan B. This was planned, is what I get. So this just confirms for me that it was not an accident, and that someone, just like the FBI thought, murder for hire. I'd go with that. If you appreciate these kind of readings, I would really appreciate your help to help my algorithm, and that is by giving a thumbs up and leaving a little comment, emoji, or whatever in the comment section. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Ooh, just wanted to add this to the Imbo video. Just pulled some extra cards. I'm getting that there's probably 3 people involved. 3 again. So they are anxious, and they're going to start sweating, I think, about being found out. But there is betrayal. I think Joe's actions are behind this. The cheating that he, just the heartache, the triangle. But I also believe then this is fear and worry, concern about being caught for this. I think it keeps him up at night sometimes, or it's going to start, because there's going to be clarity on 3 people involved. Maybe the FBI will finally find the information that they need to make it stick, because I think they know who did it. 4 of Wands. This feels like home. And the 6. And recognition for being victorious. A woman. I feel like this is something that went coming out about who is responsible. Pursuing, I think, legal action. So I do think that there are 3 people known to authorities, but it is a matter of being able to prove or find a bit more info, evidence to link up, and I do believe it will be found. I do. And there's a woman that helps. Okay, another female. Oh. There is negativity and control on her. This is what, this feels like a female that's abused or involved connected, but that has experienced being oppressed, may have addiction issues. 2 women. There's somebody that I think is going to talk. This thing will come full circle. I think there's information. Critical information that will come forward. I'll leave it there. Okay.